True. I mean, you three all
Wise words.
players or were former players. I mean, losing never feels good, right? Ever.
No.
Have you ever lost at anything and felt good? Besides losing at a losing contest or something? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I can't recall a single time that ever felt good, no.
Just a loss. All right, yeah. So it's tough, but you're here now, and you get to see the last hope of NA here, Complexity, going up against OG to get that spot. You win this game, you get points. It's as simple as that. You don't know how many. A lot, a little, but yeah,
right.
you get in the top 4 with this, and you will be up against VP, Kingwin, and Fnatic.
So do you play VP, the winner of this?
We were wondering if VP gets to choose.
VP won't play OG. You're not allowed to play someone from your group, apparently, is what VP was saying.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that, but they could play coL. I don't know. I don't know.
So coL wins, they play VP. If OG wins, they'll probably play
Kingwin or Fnatic.
Yeah. Probably Fnatic because they're second place. Right?
Maybe.
Is that how it works?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I doubt they'd put 1-2 against them.
I got no confirmation.
Confirmed.
Yeah, over now.
Confirmed.
That's nothing.
And, well, so what went right for Complexity last game? Was it just, I mean, Bulba said it was a 70-30 draft in their favor that time. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? I wasn't watching too closely, but from like the glances I gave it, it looked, I don't know, it looked like it was going to be a hard game for coL to win if it went longer than 30 minutes without some massive gold lead or something.
Yeah, I mean, what happened was, in the very beginning, Tiny died in lane and then TP back in and died again. That got dove and died. So, like, his impact on the game was, like, virtual. He went bottle with his, like, starting gold, or, like, earlier on gold, and then died twice, so then he proceeded to have no items that actually do anything for him.
I think he was 10k net worth at the end of the game.
Yeah, 10k at the end of the game. And then, like, we were talking about how good Doom was against Tiny, and they... Even though Terrorblade had all the farm, they actually just doomed Tiny every single fight.
He just died in like 5 seconds. You could actually see the damage. It was nuts. And there we go. Morphling Tinies are banned out. Medusa not banned or picked the last 2 games.
Yeah, last game was ignored. We really thought OG would pick Medusa like 3rd or 4th in that game.
Yeah, I
and
saw
then they took Puck 4th, and we were like,
you
they have
Puck
to pick.
Was coming.
We were like, all right, Puck makes sense.
If
but
they don't
then
pick
they're going to pick Medusa, and then they ban Lifestealer, and then they pick Terrorblade.
That's what I was confused about. I don't know what you thought about that, but they banned Lifestealer and picked Terrorblade. I thought Terrorblade's like one of the harder counters to Lifestealer.
It'd have been hype if they just first picked Medusa here. What?
That's ballsy. I mean, they didn't have good success with Medusa yesterday. Obviously, they're up against VP, but I don't know if Medusa exactly fits their like the way they play. Like, even though she's a hard farmer in the way that Resolution plays. Like, look at all of his other heroes. They tend to be more aggressive, like, damage outputters rather than the passive type that Medusa is. So maybe they just don't feel like it fits their playstyle, and they're not willing to put it on, like, a best of 3 because they haven't had time to work on it. Puck with, like, a Slardar is always good. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You know, just on cue.
That's why he has shirts, and he's just handing them out like candy out here.
Dishing it. Nah,
the hand action. You guys didn't get to see the hand action. That made it so much better right there. Just dishing them out.
No, but you're right. Puck Slardar, and well, we saw Kyle by far the MVP of last game. If we did do a Sennheiser survey, I think it would be Kyle up in the lead.
Did he beat you in a street fight? Yeah, he would.
Kyle would beat. Are you serious?
I mean, if Bulba beats you, I'm pretty sure. Like
Quinn, the stream voted that Bulba could beat me in a street fight.
No
would you agree?
That's a joke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would whoop ass.
Peter, what do you think? He has no opinion.
He has no opinion. He would beat for me though.
He doesn't want anything to deal with Bulba.
Yeah.
Would you beat Peter in a street fight?
Yeah, I think so. I think Peter's more of a pacifist than he protrudes.
You don't think he's got an inner animal?
What?
You don't think he's got an inner animal?
I think he does, but it's like a squirrel or something. He's got the inner squirrel in him. I just drop him with my inner raccoon. What Earth Spirit? That's a Jarek's classic.
Great versus Puck. Great setup already with the Wyvern too. We see those like last game too. Like, just use the curse. You can set up a stun silence really nicely for the early games.
Good for the counter initiation against Slardar too. Hero that like sits in the back and then stuns from afar.
I think it's kind of interesting that they didn't touch Night Stalker.
It wasn't banned last game.
It's starting to not be banned as much.
I guess.
VP was really mad about it, right? Because they're like, this is the easiest Night Stalker +1 game ever, and then they just didn't pick, and VP just went silent.
To be fair, Lil's like really good at Night Stalker, so it's like one of those things where it is like, even though he's kind of a simple hero mechanically, it's like he is a hero that if you specialize like Lil does in the hero, you will. Like, I'll see games that I think some of my heroes are good in, and then they'll never pick them, and like I'm like, oh, that would have been a free game for like Lifestealer. Yeah. And it's just different how each player thinks. So
that's everyone's view, right?
I think Night Stalker's pretty tough, just because like you have that small timing window to really make those plays come out early on. And if you mess them up, you can actually.
If you miss that snowball, like you just are useless.
You can actually just become completely worthless.
And how's that different than Slardar?
It's not really, actually. I mean, they just do it in different ways. Slardar, like, Slardar has to take that time off to get his blink, and you have to make sure you know when that is. That's actually the hardest thing to gauge on a support Slardar, because...
Unless you're coL.
Unless you're coL, you can just run around for 25 minutes and get a lane blink and still be effective.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, I think the Night Stalker, in general, can be pretty good against the Slardar, because there's this window, like, during the first night, or after, you know, this first 4 to 5 minutes, where Slardar is reasonably effective in the lanes, where he kind of wants to chill in some spot, maybe hit some creeps, get it, like, 6 or blink or some crap, and Batman just flies around the tower and dives him. It's like very hard to actually get a blink anywhere.
Also, in like
not the way coL plays it though.
Yeah,
coL didn't sit in the lane
in mid-team fights
the entire game.
Later on, you pop your darkness. Slardar can't see anything, and you just throw urns on him constantly. You can't blink either. He actually just ruins your hero.
It's very hard for the hero to play the game. Same with Puck. You just get silenced. It's very you just get wrapped on towers.
Slardar is a vision hero, despite the fact that he's like a blink.
Yeah, you really need that vision.
Medusa banned out, even though it wasn't touched the last 2 games. This time coL sees something he doesn't like with the draft if a Medusa was there. And
I like banning these type. I think Tide's probably the hardest counter in the game to Slardar, like in general, just because Slardar wants to blink crush anyone he finds. And I'm surprised they didn't ban Medusa last game, but I guess they were like prepared for it in some way with their last pick. But like Tide, you can't blink crush amp him. He just Kraken shells it off. So he's a hero that can walk at you and make it really hard to play Slardar.
Yeah.
Something pretty interesting is that OG has had first pick 2 times in a row, so coL may have either chose second pick or Dire.
They probably deferred.
Yeah,
they've been deferred. I heard about that, right? They were deferred.
Wait, who was here?
That's
I saw
a
it on
coL thing.
I was sitting next to
He wins the coin toss and then defers.
Okay,
wait, you're allowed to do that.
Well, but apparently
I've never seen it.
Apparently he did it, and then OG said, "Well, it's your
defer
pick, so
back."
we deferred the defer."
Yeah.
And then it was literally me just hating life at the time because the game wasn't starting, and these 2 were just clowning me.
I was
I
sitting
have
next
not
to
heard
Blaze.
that one.
I was sitting next to Blaze, and he was just like, as soon as they were like, we defer the defer, Blaze like, I'm going upstairs and I'm handling this. I'm just going up there and telling them this is a joke. Come on, guys.
I mean, that's Kyle. Kyle likes playing mind games, right? And it's not a bad thing, right?
No.
I mean, it can't hurt to try.
Fly was, dude, Tal had like the biggest grin on his face. They were doing the camera pan back and forth. They were chuckling about it.
They're chuckling, but I mean, were the viewers chuckling?
So here's the 4
Probably.
I was chuckling.
I was chuckling. Like Chucky from Rugrats. People say I look like him.
You say that a lot.
Well, why would
are
they
you just
say
reaching for compliments? You don't look like Chucky.
Well, thank you. I kind of do, though.
You're so nice, Fog.
Yeah, I'm just, I know what he's reaching
Who
for.
determines if it's good or bad?
Shut the hell up. That's true. Chucky, no one liked Chucky in Rugrats.
Yeah,
like literally no one did.
Yeah,
I like Chucky.
Dude, I just realized Phil and Lil are kind of like Chessie and Limp, except they're both guys and they're twins.
Phil and Lil?
Yeah,
he's talking about from Rugrats. Not Phil, the EG manager. Not Lil, the player. Yeah, he tricked me.
You're a little young there.
I caught the reference.
You're a little young.
I watched it.
Well, there. The Brewmaster.
OG Brew. S4 Brew.
It's been a bit. They didn't pick it once versus EG and it wasn't banned. This game they will scoop it up.
So do we all agree that that's most likely a 4-position profit?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're picking an offlane here and having some 5 slaughter or something.
Yeah, you don't like the puck offlane?
I guess yeah, okay. It could be that too, I guess.
Could it they saw something Kingwin like? Didn't Kingwin run it safely? Am I wrong?
The puck?
No, the Nature's Prophet.
We did see that one down. I don't know if it was Kingwin.
It wasn't them, it was somebody, but I know they ran that carry and Enchantress, stuff like that, but
I like this
they're
pick.
just throwing heroes.
Doom vs Brew. Classic.
They also have like literally any lane setup they want.
Besides, I mean, actually, I believe Chessie said he likes carry Slardar, so I can't even rule that out. Very interesting.
Unlikely versus Y.
Unlikely.
Yeah, it does not look like a good carry
good.
starter game.
Chessie's played puck in the safe lane as well. coL just this is where VP would say we can't do anything. coL is who they are.
It's best to like not try to read their draft as much as like what's good for us, what fits our game plan. Because I agree. I mean, I actually play against coL a pretty good amount, and he's absolutely right. You literally just look at the drafts and you're like, what? You don't know what lanes they're going. You don't know what they're looking for. You just have to pick your own game, I think.
Oh,
okay.
My goodness. Is this the game 3 Broodmother?
It's really cool, I think. I was thinking about what safe laner they can pick that would like actually enjoy sitting there and chilling against those heroes. They could have TB'd potentially if that wasn't a Doom. And had him sit there with the Wyvern, but once they pick the Doom, this Brood is like, it's really cool because it shores up their lanes a lot, I think. Like Earth Spirit can potentially play around Brew. this whoever either this Doom or Slaughter, whichever one's farming, is gonna have a really tough time up top.
What do they usually pick with the Brood? Because they do this often. I've seen NoTail play this time and time again, and they have Rezo on some hardcore carry mid.
I'm not actually sure.
I can't remember which ones it is. Maybe Shadow Fiend.
They definitely should pick a hero that can like be aggressive with the Spear Wyvern.
Yeah,
no, I Shadow Fiend
I think it was
definitely fit
SF.
that.
I think it was SF, the one that they've done it with before.
DP is pretty good this
DP
game.
too,
Yeah, it's not a great Brood pairing probably.
They don't really have split push though.
Yeah, I mean it's a solid DP game. I don't know how Brood DP cores are together though.
They just might have issues with like the Prophet. Even though the Prophet's a 4, they could have like Prophet puck split pushing issues.
Had they ran Rezo on, I think he played DK at MDL. Right, I think he played like a DK carry kind of thing from mid.
Yeah, they actually talked about they copied like the Ramses thing.
They copied it, right? I'm pretty sure they've done that before. I don't know if it's this game it's an option, but I think it could be versus Slaughter because you just have that innate armor.
Yeah, it's a solid DK game. It may be a little strange for their lanes though. First,
Yeah.
will only have one lane to play around, right?
I
Or
agree.
naturally, he'll just be playing around the off
They might
lane.
put like the PL route.
I thought he wanted more of a super carry, but I'm trying to think of like at least what I've seen lately from OG.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, not the Sven. Maybe they're looking for like an illusion type hero again.
Battle Naga's still in the pool. They've played it a few times. Storm.
That's more of a
Huh.
Back
hard
down.
carry. I didn't expect that one though either.
Sven. Maybe they're afraid of the burst.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't Brood have a pretty hard game against
Oh,
them
it's
as it goes on?
I guess you're right. Sven just absolutely free. I was thinking they were gonna ban for the counter to this pick, but you're right.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, last pick for complexity here. There's a Brood and a Storm. Two kind of slippery, weird heroes you don't see every day.
How do you get in the mind of kyle right now? What are they gonna get?
You gotta go Zen, I think.
They've got a lot of time too. Kyle's gonna keep his options open.
He's got 90 seconds.
They're gonna pick a hero that lanes against.
Who would that be? You say?
Yeah, I wouldn't even put like a bristleback past them.
And what? We have not seen that hero in.
I'm saying like I know they love that hero more than other teams.
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying-
know.
I'm
I was just thinking.
There's like it's hard to see without the hero list, but there's like a decent amount of carries that kind of just farm with
Kyle's got something in his
He's
mind right now.
intense.
He's telling them right now.
He's-
There's like Troll. It's like
yeah, Troll's
okay.
not bad either. I think the hero's
Kyle's
fine
really
enough.
teaching him a lesson right now.
Describing exactly what he wants like
Yeah.
this hero to do. He already has it in mind.
Now Chessie's getting into it. I love these cameras. It makes me so happy.
Oh, look at the bristleback.
Oh,
on
look, yeah.
Z-Freak's screen.
Z-Freak's
Dude,
just
I'm
looking at
ready.
Bristle.
I'm ready, dude.
Whoa.
He's like, let me look at these talents.
Let me read
BSJ the
exactly
king.
what this hero does.
Is BSJ the king? We're gonna find out in 30 seconds or so.
Oh, he's decided.
Headset on.
BSJ?
Please.
Dude, what if Z-Freak plays the bristle?
Prediction of the
Oh
fourth
my
position
God.
bristle.
The meta.
Is it
It's
gonna happen?
shifting.
Is it gonna happen?
I would actually.
I mean, it was actually on Z-Freak's screen. Give it
was.
to me, Kyle.
Let's see.
I'm actually really excited
Now
right
we're just hyped
Can you
up.
give him a shirt if he picks it?
I probably should. If he wins.
Yeah.
He actually already has a shirt. I know
Oh.
that.
It's the Bristleback.
BSJ, the king, calls it,
What can I say, you know? So
and it is gonna be
15% more likely to pick the right heroes.
promo code that and Nature's Profit for Z-Freak, Chessie on the bristle. Okay, but seriously, why have we not been seeing Bristleback as much? What's wrong with him as a hero?
Just like the new ancients, the prowlers. Just like, I mean, I guess they're not so new, but like compared to these other ancient farmers in past, like they have this accelerating tools with stacks. Like he can't clear them fast enough because they just regen the entire camp. So
Yeah.
like the Svens and the Deuces and stuff kill it plenty fast enough. But that's why I think Bristle kind of fell off. He just can't clear those ancients anymore. So these like tanky ancient farmers just like pull way ahead of him, tinies, stuff like that.
So they're gonna try to match this Bristle versus the Brood and put Doom in 1v1
Yep.
versus Brew.
The goal is like if
Yeah.
you're against Brood, you just want to have your carry not care about the Brood, so you don't have to like because the Brood is going to be alone all game, so you don't want to have a carry that needs help because then you lose all the other lanes.
Yeah. And this hero loves Soul Ring.
Yeah,
Oh,
There's no
yeah,
Soul
the
Ring on
new
Bristle.
Soul Ring must be sick. Yeah, I
versus
didn't think
Brood.
about
It's
that.
actually the dream.
Chessie's hype.
And they actually like that hero can surprisingly be kind of like a tower sieger with the Warpath stacks.
Oh yeah, he's not bad damage
not that
output
bad.
wise.
So-
They do have the Brood to like throw him up and fight.
And they
him.
have, yeah, they do have. That's the one thing. But they do have, they have Roche potential too with that. They have a lot of physical coming with that on top of Goo and Corrosive Haze.
All right, boys, we haven't really done much today. Who are you taking here? Game 3 to move on, get some points.
Am I allowed to not pick coL? I think I have to pick coL. I literally said, you know.
You
Yeah,
call-
I'm going
you
with
don't
coL.
have to.
I'm going with coL. Honestly, like I like their draft again. Like I think it's a pretty even draft this game though. So I will go with coL. Just gut feeling. I think the Bristleback's gonna own.
TCNC.
I think the Storm pick is kind of bizarre. So I think I'll say coL.
Og, my boy.
Jarex or Spirit, let's go.
Alright, taking it. I'm just gonna chill. Good luck, have fun's come out. The
What?
good luck.
I want to know your
luck.
opinion, Grant.
Nah, I'm good. Chilling, watching some Dota, casting Dota. I mean, you say Jarex or Spirit when Kyle's playing Slardar.
So,
Are you serious?
I'm
That Kyle Slardar? I don't know if you watched
Number
last
one
game, but...
four position player in A.
Uh-oh. Rolls forward.
Oh, Kyle already
almost
breaks
breaks
this. He breaks the
What a player.
brew smoke.
We were talking about it just now. It doesn't matter what hero it
Because
is.
he broke it really early, but yeah. Jarek's looking Moo. Standing way back. Looks like Moo's gonna block from middle.
They may try and get some deep ward, like either behind, you know, the tier 1 mid or something, or some ward that looks up between those tree lines at the top lane so they can see where the heroes are, because they really need to get these lanes right, because
Yeah.
if Brood's not set up in the right lane at the start, it's like really annoying for this hero to switch lanes.
You see that ward actually spots, the Dire ward spots out the supports of OG in the top jungle. And Jarek's about to steal some rune. Like,
This new carry hero blocking the mid lane is, I think it's even nicer in these kind of games because you don't know what lane the Bristleback wants to go in, so
Yeah.
you can go either lane.
oh, Limp. He's gonna lose one. He doesn't know that yet, though.
OG's gonna get 3.
I think if they still gave experience.
Oh, he's gonna. Okay, made some orb at least.
Is he uphill? Oh, barely.
Calculated.
There gets a little bit of hassle. That's 120 damage there.
They are going to get the Bristle against the Brood matchup.
Yeah, so they got the lanes right.
Yeah, that's really good.
Only one Lamp feels like a little, but yeah, they got the lanes right. Like you said, No Tail, we've seen him run it middle. We've seen him run it in all 3 lanes, so done by them. Middle, 2-on-2. Jarex as well as Kyle sitting here. Limp and Rezo, and crush off on Rezo. Just hits him up a little bit.
That orb of venom value.
Oh, I wish Kyle would have ate that tree when he places it. Like, he could have. He had time. It was slow.
I've been noticing that a lot actually.
Yeah.
People just put down their tree and they take a second to
Yeah.
kill. If you're just spamming eating your tango versus
Yeah.
mid laners when you gank them, you're gonna eat their tree.
Moo. Taking a lot of damage. He is up
level
against
1.
S4.
That's my goal next pub I ever have to place.
Dude, just you try to steal their tree, it actually ruins their
Wait,
lane.
but you're right, CCNC. He did get Infernal Blade level 1 instead of getting a creep. Is there a certain reason?
I mean, there's no one else to take his lane level 1 if he wants to go try and eat a creep. And if they know he has the creep, that creep eat skill, devour, what's it called?
Oh, Zach got tower chaining him. Tower's on Zach.
Oh, he got the courier though. That's
Is that worth?
it. Oh, if they get first,
If
they get
Rezo
this
does,
guy,
second
100%,
blood,
yeah.
here it is.
All the trees?
I think it's better if they don't get the kill, but it's fine if they do.
Oh,
On the
'cause
storm,
he
you
gets
mean?
back so
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, because he can't come back, yeah.
It's just good for Limp, right? Getting a quicker double
Yeah,
null.
it's
if
very
he wants,
nice. He'll get a double null now. The Storm's gonna have a pretty rough laning.
And Earthspear got first blood, right? So
Yep.
that means that,
Rezo's-
yeah.
Rezo's broke.
They're gonna have to babysit him really hard.
He is so broke.
Oh, look at Z Freak. Again, instantly keeping top.
And this is why you have the Bristleback, so your supports can just do whatever the hell they want.
Lightstone enough?
Kyle.
Yep.
That Orb of Venom slow.
It will be. Kyle looks like he might go down. He sprints. Jarex gets another kill, but Moo.
Pretty TP.
I like
right,
the
nice.
TP to tower,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
super good. If you TP to base, it's like really bad. The kill's super not worth. But even still, it's not the greatest. I think he used his Scorched Earth, and he only has 2 tangos left.
He
so
did not
Brood-
use Scorched
Doesn't
Earth, he hasn't
have it,
leveled yet.
Oh, really? Okay, he's one.
Oh, he got the Satyr
Oh,
creep, though.
Satyr
It's
creep
over.
is so broken,
It's
man.
over.
Alright, so his lane's fine.
Oh, yeah,
Both?
CCNC. There's an Uncrustable under you if you want it.
I'll pass. I'm sure Bulb is tough.
Been out of the fridge for
Yeah,
like a
he
solid
has.
couple hours
Yeah,
now.
I'll super pass.
Jesus.
All right, top lane, S4.
Super pass.
Getting harassed. This Infernal Blade. Last game he went what?
Oh, no,
1-0-2? Oh, Lamp, you mean?
He's
Got
fine. Oh, that
what?
salve, man. He
Goodness.
got the salve to save himself on limp.
Z Freak is everywhere.
Dude, I would love to know, like, little and no one's reaction to watching Z-Freak play the 4 position. But top lane, they're going in on Moo. He eats a tango, but this is a 3-on-1. He is healing.
Jarek's holding the stun. Yeah.
He has 4 stick charges, can't get him off.
Always important. You
This
never
is-
use the stun until they start running max distance out of range of you.
This is 3 to 4, 3 minutes in. Very action-packed.
Yep.
And bottom lane, we haven't been watching it. It's 20-1 against 13-1. The top 2 CS in the game, though.
Yeah, it's a Bristle favored matchup.
Yeah, and it's like really not what you want to see whenever you have this Brood. This hero thrives whenever you're just freely taking the tier 1, taking the tier 2, hitting the tier 3.
Forcing multiple reactions.
Oh my goodness,
no,
Rezo. Oh, nice. Jarex gets the perfect one off. Rezo's still in a lot of trouble. Limp, one more attack. It's not enough. Z-Freak actually might die for this, but no Arctic Burn yet.
No one's dead.
I dare him to TP to kill
get
the
a-
storm.
Oh,
The shoes.
Oh.
The shoes.
are
Didn't even see it. He's dancing on the haters right now. He just tap danced on him with his tap shoes. Rezo not going down though either. So no one dies in that whole engagement.
I can't believe nobody died.
What a game. This is. It's weird when game one's kind of slow and in game three's usually teams want in an elimination, right? Play a lot safer.
Typed
This
up.
game is just all into it. There we go. No invisibility on Broods
Pretty
anymore,
hard to
but-
kill a brood though.
Yeah,
He just runs
look
over
at-
cliff.
And there you go.
Dire's
Once you get corrosive, it feels like that hero might be a little.
Slaughter actually. Slaughter owns brood as the game goes on.
Noto
It's
really needs to get
hard.
to use courier though, and they're sending it mid again because Rezo's getting punished. He really needs the soul
Yeah,
ring. It
1300 gold.
actually kills your lane if you don't get it right now.
Safe laner's
Roll
nightmare.
comes in, tries to get Z-Free, can't quite get him. Still has the kick. Oh, he goes for the double, can't quite get moved.
Just TP.
TP.
Z-Free, can he get off
Crit?
in time? Oh, the Infernal Blade.
Infernal Blade? That was gonna crit. It looked
That was a
like.
cancel attack. Yeah, nicely done.
He does get the soul ring.
Now Rezo, 13-3. Puck's only 18-1. It's not as bad as it looked. He did die.
But Storm's their carry, so it's kind of like
Okay.
a little worse that he's equally shut down.
Puck also hasn't had to buy any more region, whereas I'm pretty sure Storm's bought multiple salves, multiple tangos to try and stay afloat in the lane, and it doesn't actually get any better for Storm as it goes on. Like, it just gets progressively worse as Puck gets more points in Orb.
So what
if
is?
she hits level 6 before you do, that's a big.
What do you want? Oh, if you're OG, what do you want them to do right now? How do you make? Is it just on Jerick's right now?
I think you keep feeding off of this Doom. The fact that S4 has had such a nice lane. He'll have 6 soon. I think you want to play around the split and kill the Doom with the split, pressure the top tower.
I think guard the storm till 6 though, right?
Yeah, most
I think
likely.
that's because Puck gets a level advantage, so you want to probably be near him. Once coil comes out, it's an instant death.
But once Brew is 6, they can't really wrap on the mid tower. It's a little awkward, so they'll probably come to the Brewmaster and try and take the offlane tower, or the safe lane.
Kyle, running in circles here, and you see they are defending Rezo mid. They have both supports there just waiting. He's still a little bit away from 6, though. Now S4 in a little trouble. He's getting a crushed Z-Freak with the rotation. Again, not level 6 on Brew. He wants to get level 6. Can he in time? Nope.
That was so huge. Bad right before the 6 game comes out.
Z-Freak is ganking every single lane, 2, 1, and 3.
just-
And he killed courier.
It's so fun. I've gone back and watched. Like, this is one of those guys you go back and watch replays. Like, how does someone... Like, no one else does this, right? How does he do it himself? And then he just does even more than you...
He always, I'm not even kidding, probably for 2 years now, he's been asking for Nature's Prophet support every game.
Yeah. And then he did play it one time during the Dream League major qualifiers and bought a Meteor Hammer, and
He was so triggered.
It was
Grant
garbage.
losing it.
Like, you just... Okay, we won't even get into that. It was garbage, so... Quinn, you agree, right? Meteor Hammer's garbage.
Of course.
It is pretty garbage.
I don't know, man. Sprouted a meteor hammer. About it.
He killed the Storm Spirit.
combo.
He killed the Storm Spirit with it.
Yeah. He also killed their dreams going to a major with it, but... Chassis bottom.
Savage, man.
Call him, I see him. But Soul Ring, almost a Vanguard, looks like coming out on the Bristle. Is this just gonna be... It's just gonna be a Brew kiting him, right? Every fight.
Yeah, most likely.
Should be a kill him, Moo, like you guys said.
Quick kill.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. They're not going to get that much damage on the tower, though. They'll get some, but I don't think it's going to die. The Doom will TP back up. Basically no fear of dying, I think, at this point. Because he can't really pressure any other lanes that well. And the Furion is doing plenty, like, pressuring mid with the puck and stuff, so it's better for him to just TP up here and hold the tower, most likely.
Really curious if the Bristle goes like the S and Y kind of like run around, hit people build, or if he's going to go more like the Radiance build. Like because he's going to have problems, I think, getting kited.
What would you like to see as carry?
I mean, he's got a Slardar. So, like, usually I think the more Radiance build, but with the Slardar, I think he's got to go for the right click, like the S and Y BKB Basher type thing.
Kyle with the timing swimming around mid.
Didn't even have to do anything, just ran in.
Yeah.
Jarek just killed himself on the... And now No Tail. He has the Soul Ring now. Looks like he has his...
I like this rotation to avoid the Bristle.
There we go, Limp. Hanging some damage up. Kyle just gonna stun these. Maybe get some experience. Has to avoid the damage. And look at this. Backdoor the tower here. Has ulti now.
I really do think Slardar like owns Broodmother as the game goes on.
Too.
Be harder and harder for No Tail to play this game.
Yeah, you might hit some window eventually if you're stacked where you can get a Manta and you have enough damage where you can actually fight the
That
Bristle.
is true.
But
He
his
hasn't
laning,
had that like dream start.
yeah, his laning stage has been so rough. He may not hit that timing at like an appropriate point.
Even though he's like top net worth, like second net worth in the game, this isn't exactly what like this does not mean a good laning stage for be second net worth in the game. Like
Yeah,
this,
you want to be top net worth by 1.5k.
yeah, that because farm on her is just like not as valuable per goal.
There you go. Dyer gets bottom tower there.
And it's not just about the net worth; it's about the pressure. Because so far she really hasn't applied very much pressure at all.
Lost her tower before she.
Yeah, and this Brewmaster can only do so much. He's like hitting top tower and getting as much as he can, but Storm is going to take a lot of time. Brood's got a rough game as far as matchups go. Like, it's very hard for OG to actually do anything. Their only hero that did okay doesn't really make space very well against Dyer's heroes.
And look at this. He's diving behind a tier 2 right now. Kicks away.
Who cares?
Level 4.5 on Earth Spirit. Kyle's about the same. Rezo is going to haste in. Whoa, hello. Not even a casual cloak for a Han player? I'm surprised. Right? They casual cloaks? I'm sure he'll get one now. Dire Courier dies to no tail,
Okay.
though. That's nice.
No tail. Clutch plays.
I like how he's adjusting to the fact that he can't do anything.
Oh, they called it. And he breaks it. Kyle, little late. They didn't have vision on him. Now they do. Now he's running away.
Dude,
God,
he's
this is
just
so
zooming
annoying.
Spider-Man.
If Kyle hit that first stun, would he have been dead?
I don't
Probably
think so.
not.
I don't think they have the
No.
damage.
Top lane though. They do
Until they
find
have
the
amp, I
root.
don't think they have the damage. Yeah, that's a huge kill with the doom.
And Chessie during the whole scenario, he was pushing bottom. Warpath stacks, as we mentioned.
He's like a
Not
dead
the
hero at
most,
this
but
point,
good.
right? Like he just,
Yeah.
you can't really go to him like unless you plan to gank him with 4 or 5 heroes.
He's just gonna stay down.
I like how Chessie's playing the Moo role this game, too. Played in the off lane, and now he's just solo pushing lanes, and they can't do anything.
I think it's really good that he's not farming ancient stacks this game, and that he's just running
Yes.
down lanes like a nutcase. Like, they actually can't deal with it at all. If he was farming ancients, it would relieve a lot of pressure.
Deep Freak's gonna go down here. Damage on the tower, but a nice kill. Even S4 agrees.
Took me a second.
It's alright, we'll wait for you.
Yeah.
But doesn't by Chessie pushing in this lane, doesn't it give a ton of farm to this Wyvern who's just sitting down here too? Are you not worried about?
Well, you
giving
saw what he
someone-
did like to the Earth Spear, where he just like walks at you. He forces multiple heroes, like the Storm's there too. You can't just defend it as one hero.
Keeping people down there.
Yeah. Frees up the rest of the map for his team.
Yeah, what they could potentially do is bring, you know, instead of that Puck and Slaughter smoking to try and kill this Brood, they could come down there and wrap on the Winter
Yeah.
Wyvern so the
And you
tower
never
goes
know when
down.
it's coming because he's
Oh.
continuously doing the same thing over and over.
Kyle's one experience off, just gets it,
Yes.
and now he goes uphill. No tail. This is actually
Beating
more
a lot of
annoying than the
spiders.
Invis one. But you can always go uphill.
You can't farm as hard though, because people can actually see you and kill your
Yeah.
spiders a lot.
And now if
So you
he
have
gets
it behind.
corrosive on him right, that just kind of ruins his
It's
game.
very good, yeah. They don't exactly have the hero to like kill with it though.
This kind of stuff like this, just running in, forcing reactions is really, really good. Like, Moo is just chilling up top farming. coL is so happy right now.
Look at the net worths, like
He's got a full drum at base.
not including the Brood, they have the top 3 net
Look at
worths.
this drum and wand at base, blinded in. Feels like Chessie as well as Move just been top and bottom respectively, right? And they can't do anything. But middle lane, Limp in a little bit of trouble. Nice stun out. He has the coil on. Can he get out? No, sir.
That's a pretty big kill actually.
Getting this mid tower will be a big deal for the.
They can. Chessie's now here though, level 11 as well.
This mid tower is important.
Yeah, it's like it gives the Brood access to the Dire Ancients.
Blink dagger on S4. See, is he going in? Looks like he might. Yep, gets the no matter what crit. Jerix is gonna help lock down Moon. This looks a lot like game number 1 already. Yeah,
Yeah.
you saw some nice kills from coL, but then huger kills from OG.
They got to get the acceleration on Rezo because he's a bit behind in this game.
They don't win the game if like it's just a passive farm work because Complexity just applies all the pressure. So this
Double lift. Courier does respawn now.
Kyle's
Live
on the
will get
prowl.
spotted. Get vision. Know where he's
got,
going.
He's got max sprint now. He can zoom across the river. Here we go. Watch him
who
zoom.
needs a blink when you just move?
Yeah, if the Brood just stays in the river,
Yeah,
he's gonna kill it.
Look at this ward. These wards coming up by coL. Again, every game they've been placing very deep aggressive wards. Just try to control the map.
What's got on the Prophet? He's going for the blade.
Yeah, he did that day.
Oh, he switched to
would've
Meteor
ended
Hammer.
it.
Just kidding, Graham.
Trust me, I would
Shut up,
have known. My
Look at these
my
guys.
spidey sense would have known. Doing some damage. Jarex, oh my goodness.
Corrosive Haze.
Dude, that quill spray with it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So much damage. S4, clearing out the creep wave. Like you said, both middle towers so important, and both teams are showing up to defend it.
So he's going for the Solar Crest build, the old build on Soulbuck, I think I saw. Vanguard Solar.
Yeah, he did go soul.
E.
I think he just wants a Roche, I guess.
I think it is. I think E did it.
I think it's just,
Oh.
it's good for Roche. I mean, it's good for
He
Storm.
needs the pipe if he's falling after you here.
See, whoa.
Right.
Oh, he tried. He tried to get that coil off. Kyle just wants to get that corrosive haze off. Can't quite. Now Chessie in a little bit of trouble. His back is turned. Nice silence. And
Oh, no tail.
No tail with the snipe standing there. And Limp's in a lot of trouble now as well. Looks like he will get out. Kyle does get a stun, but you need to be careful. Moo's there as well. He gets the Doom off, and this should be a kill. Will they get denied? They're going for it.
He got it.
Nice. I mean, there's so many broodlings, right? He knew. Still, he goes down, and now they're going to lock him into place. This could be a double kill. We'll see. Kyle goes down instantly. Brood surround. They're going to get a pull onto Moo. He does get an Infernal
Wow.
Blade. Not going to be enough. And
That was quite a series of events.
They're just
for OG.
outmaneuvering him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That was
this-
beautiful support movement.
This puck has fallen off quite a bit. He had such a nice laning phase, and now the one death, he TPs to top to try and D-push a little bit, and then suddenly all the pressure is, like, it's just not being applied anymore. Storm gets a couple kills, and now this puck feels really scared mid-game if you're not really far ahead against Storm or a Spirit. It's very hard to farm waves, because you can just die at any point.
Do you think you should go more like the Yules instead of the Blink, or do you think you just...
I think you probably have to go Blink, and even Yules, I don't think is enough. Like, you get zip pulled from a mile away into Earth Spirit
yeah.
kick, and you still die, I think.
No item you think that will prevent that from happening?
You need, like, a Lincoln's or something, but that's, you know, a long ways away.
That's obviously a lot more expensive.
now G, they've taken back over the map. Kyle did just get a D ward, but OG going for a smoke. Is this a Roche smoke or a kill
They
smoke?
do have the Death
The Deso's coming on the courier.
See. Bring the courier. You smoke in, but then you bring courier. What if they have a ward?
If they can take the Roche from coL, it's actually so enormous. Like, Aegis Storm, and then they deny it from the Bristleback who was going Solar Crest.
And they have a Slardar too.
Yeah, it's like, that's actually the dream play for OG.
Kyle smoked up. He might know something's up now. Chessie just whopping that mid tower. They're going for Moo. They get in. Can't get the Doom off on him. He's going to stun him up. Moo might be in trouble. No Tail pops his ulti. They should be able to melt Moo pretty quickly, but some still misses. He will go down finally, and look at this. Puck just gets pulled in. He's dead, and everything's going wrong for Complexity right now. And look at there it is. Bristle just kited in the air. Throw him down.
They're isolating him, but Kyle's coming in now.
Will help a little. Z-Freak's here now as well. They're trying to turn this fight. But man, Chessie drops. That's all their cores. All they have left is 2 supports.
Doom was on cooldown there, so just go in, raid boss, and get his ult off, guaranteed.
Puck got nothing off, right? Puck just
Yeah.
got extroversed again.
Yeah, it's kind of what happens. Like, they were sort of forced into this Bristleback pick, and while it was a very good pick, it's not like this hard carry that sort of gives you this easy win condition. You have to play fast, you can't make many mistakes, you
Yeah.
have to keep the tempo up, and if you give up a couple kills, lose map control, suddenly you're playing Bristleback against Wyvern, and you're going to get thrown up in the air, and the game sort of gets a little annoying to
This game
play.
just got really
think
hard,
they-
right? Like in a couple...
I think they just really rely on Doom in all their fights.
Thought he's going to go to the river there. He's going to get kicked.
They have coil.
Oh, nice coil. They're going to go back in. Here comes Z-Freak TPing as well. Nice boulder. Doesn't hit Z-Freak. Does hit Kyle. Will he get out? Yep, but
Oh,
no tail.
Sprout.
He will not. Will Kyle die?
What did so much damage to him?
Spawn Spider with Sprint on. He took the damage down on the Spawn Spider.
Is there like maybe a disconnect on cold? Because Z-Freak got bottom tier 2 at the start of that fight and then showed up late. Is there like, should he be doing that or should he be in fights?
I just think
Or why
they didn't
did take
expect to like
fights?
get contested for such a low HP tower. I think is
Okay.
what happened. Because remember, OG was smoked before that happened.
Yeah, into Roche and then they
Wrapped around it.
We'll get this. Oh, maybe not. Count my chickens.
They're really defending this tower.
Looks like it will go down finally. There you go. Orb comes up, hits fly. Even the Thunderhide's doing some damage.
Roche is definitely their next objective at some point. They just walk in.
Oh, it's our objective now.
Yeah, I thought they'd maybe try to... They maybe know that Brewmaster split's still on cooldown?
It's, can they take it in 10 seconds?
They do enough
What
damage.
did Envy call this earlier? When they jump in, run in with 5 heroes. For
Oh yeah, I wasn't there for that. That's on you, Fog.
Yeah, man, that's all you...
the China Roche,
Oh yeah, you did. I do remember.
where they just walk in when everyone's
Being
alive.
said the newbie Roche.
That's when the A gets stuck in Shaman wards.
That was one of the greatest moments ever. That was...
I mean, Bristleback, he's he's tanky, but as we've seen, he just gets tossed into the air while his team gets massacred every fight so far. Do you have to go a BKB next or something?
I feel like he is the hard one, and I'm not a fan of necessarily the fact that he went like team items. And like I think BKB is necessary, but then he kind of just gets ignored anyway. So it's kind of like an awkward item progression at this point.
I mean, you talked about it, Jarex. It felt like it's such a slow early game, but now he's picked it up.
Yeah.
He's finding all these kills for him, and that's what your all-in was.
Yeah, he's been all over the place, actually. Him and Fly, I think their support duo is just so much stronger this time around than last time. That was really the downfall for OG.
Well, by Jarex, spotted out by Invis Limp.
You can tell when a puck feels uncomfortable when he's like sneaking around invis. He's not YOLO pushing out lanes. Like he feels so uncomfortable because he just dies to Storm or Spirit at any point in the game.
And on the backside, they going for 2. Limp actually keeps 2 of them. Z-Freak's gonna TP, and Chessie taking a ton of damage even from behind, but they can't quite get him. S4 has ulti. He's gonna have to pop it. He's faking. Now he finally will. Are they gonna try to kill Chessie or toss him?
They don't have
Neither.
Arctic. They don't have enough damage.
Okay.
Doom did a good job of like faking running in there, and then Brew had to pop his ultimate.
This feels like a good timing for Complexity now, right?
They used coil.
Brew ult. They did use coil on the back lines, but Brew ulti is down. Do you maybe go for Roche now?
I think this is where OG just tries to split push the 2 side lanes really hard. I think coL should.
And they still have Storm, so they can still look to contest it without Coil.
Yeah, I think coL should definitely go for it.
Storm may have TP'd to bottom. I think he was up top side.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to walk there. So bottom lane's not gonna get pushed out that far, but he will be there before it dies.
Like they need a little more help in Roche. He's getting the Bristle's just getting bashed over and over. Can't do damage in the haste rune. Limp will take it. They find Fly. Will he be able to get away? He takes a ton of damage here, but yeah, he's out. Nice silence by Jarex.
This Arctic burn. Bristle's so sad. When he sits at half HP like this, he can actually get jumped and die.
If he's at full HP, then the Arctic Burn does.
Yeah, it's a pickle.
Yeah, quite a pickle.
You sounded like Grant.
Everyone's turning into Grant. Quite a pickle.
I'm playing cornhole.
I'm a talker. I talk a lot, so I guess you wears off.
When I play cornhole, I say dunking on the haters, and I don't even realize it.
You are. I mean, you are out there though. You gotten way better.
Thank
Unlike Fog, you've regressed.
I have regressed.
Limp. Is that haste? Just farm up middle lane. Still very scared, like you said.
What's the items on Limp right now? So he has the Yul's up, and how far is Rezo from Orchid? That's what he's gone for? Okay, so it's gonna be similar timings.
Very
Yeah.
similar.
It's really, I mean, the game's like over for Puck if the Orchid comes out before Yul's.
Well, Doom has a Shadow Blade. That seems like a very good pickup, especially against the... If you can get it off on the Brood or the Storm before they can do anything.
I think it has to be Brew. Or
I think it has
Storm.
to be Brew.
Brew or
okay.
Storm, 100.
In a full 5v5.
And the thing about Storm is if you use it on him, he'll be back by the time the fight's over. Bloodstone.
Yeah, if you kill him
Look
a
at
couple of times though,
That's true.
it can start getting annoying for Storm.
Just this is the difference between like Wyvern and Phoenix. Phoenix, you have to kind of like hide around, you wait till you use your ulti. Wyvern, you're just poking the hard carry, putting him in at half HP the whole game. Pushing out lanes as well. It's so frustrating to play against.
I was surprised he didn't go Hood instead of Soul. Doesn't do much.
Does that,
against the
was that
Wyvern.
Kyle with a blink now on Slaughter?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He
he
has
does.
one,
Okay.
A good item time as well as level 12. A little more armor minused out.
They actually have another way to start the fight so Puck can get better positioning.
See. Looks like Kyle's wants to bounty her, and and Z-Freak be a nice solo kill, get some Bloodstone charges. He does have a full wand, get it, cast out an ulti and moo.
He might get him.
Get the Infernal Blade.
Oh, he didn't held the Doom.
Does Doom cancel?
It cancels
Yes.
TP.
They used
Yeah,
plays.
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, that is a lot of little dudes.
What?
Look at that is a lot of spider wings.
A lot of little dudes. And look at this. Again, half HP onto Chessie.
Yep.
Oh, but they go for it. Can they do anything? Chessie's slowed by the Arctic Brimstone. Look at his S4. He's gonna commit it. They're gonna get a stun on Kyle. Can they get more? He wants to get Chessie. Get pulled in. Will they throw him into the air to hold him down? Yep, they sure will. Jarex here. Whoa, hey there. Limp locks him down. Silences Jarex. Chessie looks like he will get bursted in the back. They're in front of him now. No Bristle to back. And Puck. I just can't do much. It feels like coL, they aren't starting any of these fights, and Bristle's always half HP, like you said.
Yeah, he's actually like Fly's doing so much work just poking and prodding him over and over again.
Even who was it, Lil said, Fly is probably the best defensive. I mean, he's not even playing defensive game with the best defensive support. He's playing aggressive, showing what he can do, and nice heal on Jarex.
Jarex has the blink out after, never mind, the orb hit him.
Got him. Now Z3 will punch him a few more times. Needs to be careful for that stone ulti. They have it centered down. Moo had to go for something maybe. Tried to, gets ulted up. Stone's a flying. Moo a dying, and that's... It's looking extremely rough.
Oh no.
coL, yeah.
Z-Freak too.
It's just game.
I don't see how they win here.
I don't see how they come back in this game.
Y'all are just haters.
I mean,
how did they come back?
Start,
You actually still sound like Ryan.
how do they come back then,
I
Quinn?
can't help it.
If
you got any comeback method here?
Yeah, sometimes you get caught on Storm, you know, and maybe then you
you
respawn
do that,
and then
sure,
you
but-
deny yourself, and you're down to like 6 bloodstone charges.
We're talking about like resolution here, not.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you were talking about my game earlier.
Oh, is that actually what happened?
No.
I was like, what?
I hope not. Be a rough one.
I'm like, I don't remember that.
They went out this morning, dude.
Would have been a decent excuse.
Easy. Oh my. Gee.
Hey man, we're friendly here.
Except for Grant.
Yeah.
What? I'm the friendliest person here.
No, you're garbage.
Middle. That's S4. I still love that set no matter what. Fish. Whooping with the...
Oh yeah, the fishing rod.
Not sure that's a real weapon they would use in real life, but...
Have you ever been hit by a fishing rod?
Yeah, it broke.
You're a tough guy.
Did it have a fish on it?
Did it have a frozen fish on it?
More important to have a hook on it.
Yeah, that's still the worst pain at the you'd
Oh,
feel.
Kyle.
He's going in.
Bash.
He does have ulti up. He's gonna capture it. They get the Doom off. Kyle does go down. He might have done his job, but Resolution's in the perfect spot.
Indeed.
And it looks like they will finish him off. See ya, Rezo with the double. Almost a
my.
triple. Now,
20 bloodstones.
He's level 22. That attack speed talent. The dream.
you like is Kaya not as good on Storm anymore?
It used to give double reduction on his ult.
Yeah, it was bugged to where
Okay.
it was twice as good.
Okay, but it's just not good enough to buy it all anymore with single.
I still see people pick it up. I think it still has its merits.
Yeah, it's a little bit of personal preference. The Bloodstone is kind of nice because it gives you this one really big, strong timing instead of like these small incremental things.
Whoa!
Oh, that long jump. He predicted the blink from where Limp was going, right?
Sure did. Gets the kill.
Because Limp was back by the high ground over there before.
And now Chessie, are they just gonna hemorrhage kills one by one?
Getting in front of him.
Looks like it. Such nice play.
Close editor.
close.
Oh my goodness.
It's just like they have these like mobile hard to kill heroes on OG, and it's okay if you have this constant map control, but they've thrown it away on complexity.
Kyle needs to be careful. He's in a little bit of trouble. He gets kicked back and the stomp still hits. That's another Bloodstone charge is looking. And now Moo.
Oh, the tap. Oh, James.
Give him the rock.
There it is.
Z3 gets him.
Oh yeah, I mean, with the storm that's this big already, I'm very.
He's level 21 at 26 minutes in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is under attack.
There's an Orchid now at least on Z-Freak. Okay. So they have the kill method for him, but
All right, Z-Freak's in a rough situation. That's a Radiant Hill ward, I think. He may be about to get zipped on.
Yeah, he is. Uh-oh. He could get the Orchid off himself, but...
He doesn't have
He
it.
doesn't have it.
It's heavy,
Oh,
it's heavy.
sorry.
He gets
You know,
the-
I was testing you.
He's gonna get with the Oblivion staff.
I passed.
You got it, man.
All right, nice.
Look at
Oh, that was an
awareness.
arcane rune zip too. The dream.
Oh my. Clarity already on him.
He's like
I mean-
full man already.
And this just goes to show, you know, these people who throw games in pubs because they're dying a lot middle lane. I mean,
Yeah.
Rezo died twice. He was like almost 2 levels behind Puck. Do you think he threw the game? Because it looks like he's winning.
Yeah, I believe he is winning. I mean, people don't think about like how the game's gonna play out. They're just like, oh, I have a bad lane, I'm pissed.
I think this
Then
game,
again, this is OG. But
this game was so much like OG, just like splitting up, taking the game a bit patient and methodically, and just finding these pickoffs. They would just poke and prod at Chessie in mid with Fly. The other two cores would be playing on the side lanes, and then
Brood like ignored him all
so many
game.
kills. Yeah, they just found so many kills just because of the way they split pushed.
Pop. Whoa.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it's popping. Right? What?
Lamp God.
He blinked the direction he was facing.
But
But
Badman on that one.
Rezo has a billion mana
Okay.
regen already.
And well, one ward down. But
One ward down.
that's rough. This feels a lot. I just realized this is a lot like game one, right? Complexity just dominated the first 10 minutes, and then after that, it was all OG with stronger.
We
map
talked about in the
movements.
VP series, there's the masters of losing the lanes and winning the game.
I mean, this is just night and day between the difference in supports from OG this game and last game.
They had like the comeback supports last game they did.
Now we see maybe why Bristle isn't picked as much. He had a great lane, forced people to defend his towers, but then what does he do when, say, OG gets even a little bit of
Too little room for error.
headwind?
Yeah. I mean, the OG supports just have such better team fights than coL's. Like, Nature's Prophet and Slaughter, they don't really contribute a whole lot in these big fights like this.
They're going in. One by one, they're dying now. Resolution. 22 charges. Ulti is going to come out, and they're just going to kill each other now, not only by OG.
Oh, the stun follow-up by Jarex, too.
So good. They lined up 3 of them. It's just... And I know coL doesn't like to, especially when it's game 3, to call it, but this one, I think even he might feel a little bit nauseous about.
Jesse's got buyback. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I did say they probably wouldn't call it, but this one's just... now they do.
It's GG.
Limp does it.
This is definitely over.
It was a very, very good game by OG, honestly. It felt...
They played super well this game.
I thought Complexity played amazingly. 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, they looked good in their movements, and then like game 1, OG, master plan, look ahead, resolution, farms. They made good moves, like you said, fly. I think the